What's the difference between full-time and part-time CPT? If you are an international student navigating the world of curricular practical training, you may be wondering about the differences between full-time and part-time options. Understanding these distinctions can help you make informed decisions about your work experience while studying. First, let's clarify what curricular practical training is. It is a type of work authorization for F1 international students that allows them to gain practical experience related to their major field of study before graduation. Now, the main difference between full-time and part-time curricular practical training lies in the number of hours you can work each week. Part-time curricular practical training is defined as employment for 20 hours or less per week. If you choose this option, you must maintain full-time enrollment in your academic program. This usually means registering for a minimum number of credit hours, such as 12 credit hours for undergraduate students or 8 credit hours for graduate students. Part-time curricular practical training is typically allowed during regular academic semesters. Since you are attending classes full-time, part-time jobs are often local or remote. On the other hand, full-time curricular practical training refers to employment that exceeds 20 hours per week. This option is generally permitted during official university breaks, such as summer terms, when you do not need to maintain full-time course enrollment. Some academic programs may allow full-time curricular practical training during regular semesters, but this depends on your institution's policies and your academic status. For example, PhD students who are only registered for dissertation hours might qualify for full-time curricular practical training. There are some key distinctions to keep in mind. First, enrollment requirements differ. Part-time curricular practical training requires you to be enrolled full-time, while full-time curricular practical training often coincides with reduced or no course load during breaks. Next, consider the impact on optional practical training eligibility. If you accumulate more than 12 months of full-time curricular practical training, you will lose eligibility for optional practical training after graduation. However, part-time curricular practical training does not affect your optional practical training eligibility. Additionally, work hours vary. Part-time curricular practical training limits you to 20 hours or less weekly, while full-time curricular practical training allows for more than 20 hours, sometimes exceeding 40 hours during breaks. Authorization and course registration are also important. You must be authorized for curricular practical training each term and often need to enroll in a course related to your curricular practical training that is approved by your academic department. Failing to maintain proper enrollment or course registration can jeopardize your F1 status. Lastly, both full-time and part-time curricular practical training requiring a job offer directly related to your major field of study before you can get authorization. Colleges and universities play a vital role in managing curricular practical training. They ensure that students meet enrollment criteria, academic progress, and immigration regulations while providing guidance on balancing work and study. Institutions typically have specific procedures for curricular practical training approval and monitor compliance to maintain students' lawful status and academic integrity. Understanding the differences between full-time and part-time curricular practical training can help you make the best choices for your academic and professional journey.